Projects are complex. They always are, from the design and fabrication of integrated plant modules to the safe on-site delivery of those modules to ensuring everything integrates as planned at the final location. Each step critical to the success of the project. There are times when a client's request can seem so large, so intricate, and in all honesty, so far outside the norm of everyday operations that most manufacturers simply pass on the project. At Zeton, we not only embrace these types of projects and challenges, we lean into them. We'd rather step up to solve what appears to be an unsolvable problem than miss out on the chance to deliver for a client, because we're the type of company that's willing to roll up its sleeves, rethink process, and develop engineering solutions to ensure the seemingly impossible is delivered. It all started the summer of 2018 when one of our petrochemical clients approached us to build a full production scale plant.
When we start off any projects with a client, one of the first things we do is that information gathering. What are their constraints? Sometimes it's the space, the location.
The biggest reason, of course, was the size and the weight of these modules. 6 meters wide, 6 meters high, almost 100 tons.
We actually replaced one of our doors in our manufacturing space to accommodate this project. The steel had to meet the EU requirements,
which meant that we actually had to get all the steel for the frames of the modules fabricated in Europe and had all the steel shipped over by ocean from the Netherlands to Canada.
To make it all work, module sizes and complexities, we had to not only bring the entire Zeton team together from project management, process, mechanical and electrical engineering, from drafting to craft technicians and more, but also consult outside partners for structural engineering, local transportation, global logistics, and more. In short, we had to rethink almost every aspect of our standard approach and creatively solve how to design, build, and deliver this full production scale plant under extremely tight timelines.
Of course, probably the most significant challenge that we had to overcome on this project, being 2020, was the global COVID-19 pandemic.
It required the company to rethink how we staff, how many people we had on the shop floor, how many shifts we had.
Every day we interface with our construction supervisors on our shop floor to monitor progress and monitor status, communicate with our suppliers to make sure everything is expedited and is going to show up on time.
From day one, the aggressive schedule and importance of the project meant the need of a seasoned, dedicated team. And while everything stayed on schedule throughout 2019, with the COVID-19 pandemic in the spring of 2020 and the government-mandated 3-week plant shutdown, the delivery date was put at risk. Making up lost time required additional work, hours, and focus, working 2 shifts throughout the summer months and adding additional expediting efforts to help make up for major disruptions within the supply chain. Remarkably, in spite of all these challenges, the modules were ready to ship in the fall of 2020. The next challenge? How to get the 8 gigantic modules from our shop in Oakville, Ontario to the Port of Hamilton and then onwards to our client's site in France. You see, not only were substantial upgrades to our facility required to deliver these modules, but even the sheer scope of moving 8 modules weighing in at a collective 780,000 pounds from our facility by truck to Hamilton and then overseas by ship, and finally from the port in France to our client's operating site was immense.
We've worked in the past with Precision Specialized as a transportation partner on a number of projects, and they've demonstrated to us here at Zeton that they have the key capabilities and performance to execute those kinds of moves.
Those partnerships are key, and I don't think any business today could survive if they didn't have those good relationships with their vendors, with their transportation logistics folks. It's so important. You want to maintain the good partnerships that you rely on when you hit these really tough times like through a pandemic.
Yes, projects are complex, and this one was no exception. But as this project demonstrated, at Zeton, we have the willingness and skill set to take on novel and difficult challenges and the can-do attitude to deliver. It's a testament to the trust our clients have in us and our ability to listen and collaborate, and ultimately to get the job done. For exceptionally engineered and strategically delivered solutions, choose Zeton. Impossible delivered.